It's all covered in today's China Truths.
The new virus spreads very quickly. A mainland doctor said that the new strain will leave long-term sequelae. The new coronavirus, also known as the CCP virus COVID-19 epidemic, is raging in mainland China. Some mainland doctors said that the new coronavirus has never disappeared, and the new mutant strain may leave long-term sequelae. Feedback from mainland netizens shows that the virus spreads very quickly this time, and the phenomenon of family infection and group infection is worrying. Mainland doctor: rapid escalation within 48 hours after infection, the new strain will leave long-term sequelae. On May 29th, Ai Qi, deputy chief physician of the Department of Traumatology and Orthopedics at Wangjing Hospital of the China Academy of Chinese Medical Sciences, released a video on Douyin, Dr. Ai Qi of Orthopedics, saying that a surge in new coronavirus cases has been reported in many places in China recently, and the new mutant strain XDF.1 has arrived. Its transmission speed is much higher than that of the early strains, and it will rapidly escalate within 48 hours after infection. The most dangerous is a silent hypoxia, where the patient's blood oxygen level drops suddenly without obvious breathing difficulties. When the symptoms are detected, the lungs are already severely damaged, even life-threatening, Ai Qi said. The most difficult thing is that this strain of virus may leave long-term sequelae. In recent times, an alarming number of people of all ages in China, from young adults to middle-aged individuals, have suddenly collapsed and passed away. Even some frontline doctors have passed away while caring for patients. Many netizens have expressed concern, saying that people around them are passing away at an increasingly worrying rate. Mainland doctors: the new coronavirus has never disappeared. The positive rate has continued to rise over the past month. On May 22nd, Lin Shuji, the attending pediatrician at Jieyang People's Hospital in Guangdong Province, released a video through Douyin, White Clothes Happy Dad, saying that she was also positive this time, reminding everyone that the new crown has never disappeared. The positive rate of the new crown has been rising continuously in the past month. In fact, since the epidemic was released, the infection of the new crown has always had such a periodic small infection peak, but the symptoms after the new crown infection are currently tending to a cold. It is worth mentioning that after the CCP loosened the zero COVID policy in December 2022, a large amount of news from the public indicated that the CCP no longer allowed the mention of the new crown. Often, when people are infected with the new crown virus, doctors also use influenza A, mycoplasma pneumonia, etc. instead. In other words, the CCP has been completely using the new crown cold to cover up the truth of the epidemic in recent years. Recently, CCP virus expert Zhong Nanshan admitted that the new crown epidemic is at its peak. A lot of news has also been reported from mainland social media platforms recently. Schools in Guangdong, Shanxi, Jiangsu, and other places have suspended classes or quarantined students due to the epidemic. Because the CCP has been concealing the truth about the epidemic and deleting online information, the news that has been circulated is just the tip of the iceberg. Netizens' feedback: the virus spreads quickly, and the whole family and the group are seriously infected. In the comment area of the relevant new virus topic, netizens complained and lamented. Many people said that they had a razor throat, dry and sore throat, and coughed up blood. Others had fever, cough, headache, abdominal pain, chills, and other uncomfortable symptoms. It is worth noting that the phenomenon of family infection and group infection is serious. Netizens from Guangdong, Jilin, and Shandong said, "All 12 people in my family have been infected. It spreads too fast. 3 of the 5 people in my family have been infected. The one who went to kindergarten brought it back first. Alas, I don't know what happened to the 3 of us in my family. We can't even afford the hospitalization expenses with this month's salary." Netizens from Guangxi, Guangdong, and Fujian said, "Everyone around me has been infected. Recently, try to wear a mask when you go to crowded places. The new coronavirus has mutated again. Many people have been infected in the place where I worked before. There are a lot of new coronaviruses in Fuzhou recently. I don't know what strain it is this time. The more I burn my stomach, the hungrier I am." There are also comments from mainland netizens. Since May, the number of people who feel uncomfortable has increased sharply. Most of them are young and middle-aged people. More and more people have 3 positive and 4 positive, and their bodies are quietly changing. Many people around me have been infected. Since 2025, the frequency of deaths in Qingdao has increased. Comment: This epidemic is a man-made disaster and a natural disaster for the Chinese people. On May 23, the Chinese Center for Disease Control and Prevention announced that there were 168,507 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the country in April, including 340 severe cases and 9 deaths, and the epidemic showed a fluctuating upward trend. Data released on May 8 showed that the positive rate of COVID-19 testing in outpatient and emergency flu-like cases in the 18th week at National Sentinel hospitals from the end of April to the beginning of May rose to 16.2%, more than double the proportion of 7.5% in early April. Moreover, COVID-19 has ranked first in outpatient flu cases for 3 consecutive weeks. On May 27, Dr. Lin Xiaoshu, an American virology expert and former director of the Virology Department Laboratory of the U.S. Army Research Institute, said in the Elite Forum program of the Clean World platform, the data from the Chinese Center for Disease Control and Prevention are often misleading. China's problem is definitely not a problem of a new coronavirus variant. At present, judging from the data it has released, it is actually very biased, so I say it is misleading. Lin Xiaoshu said that the official data of the Chinese Communist Party only mentions the positive rate, but it does not tell the specific number of infections. So I say that these data of the Chinese Communist Party are misleading. Independent producer Li Jun also said in the Elite Forum program that, to be precise, the new crown epidemic in China has never gone away, but the Chinese Communist Party has always gone to 2 extremes, either ignoring basic scientific common sense and pursuing a zero-clearance policy, or ignoring the existence of the virus and not paying attention to, reporting, or effectively controlling the death of many people. Therefore, this epidemic is really an unprecedented disaster for the Chinese people, a man-made disaster plus a natural disaster. Shock at Terracotta Army site. Man jumps into pit, pushes over ancient warriors. On May 30th, chaos erupted at the Terracotta Warriors scenic area in Xi'an when a man suddenly climbed over the guardrail and jumped into the No. 3 site pit. In front of stunned tourists, he pushed over several ancient terracotta warriors, 2 of which were damaged and broken. A viral video captured the disturbing moment. Tourists can be heard gasping, shouting, "Someone fell in," and "He destroyed all the terracotta warriors." In the footage, the man is seen lying on the ground, resting his head against one of the statues, murmuring to himself as if in distress or tears. Shards of broken warriors lay scattered beside him. Witnesses described the shocking scene in disbelief. "He just jumped in, stood up, and began pushing them down," said one eyewitness. "He didn't respond when we tried talking to him in both Chinese and English," another added. Police later identified the man as 30-year-old Sun, who has since been detained. Authorities reported that he suffers from a mental illness and an investigation is ongoing. However, not everyone is convinced. Online, many netizens questioned the official explanation. How did someone with mental illness get inside? Every time something happens, they just say it's mental illness. Others expressed outrage over the destruction of priceless artifacts. One terracotta warrior is worth 28.55 million yuan. I just looked it up. One user commented, "I guess the visiting policy will tighten again. Just like when someone jumped into Sun Yat-sen's mausoleum, and they shut it down. Whether an act of desperation or something else entirely, the incident has reignited concerns over cultural preservation, mental health, and security at China's most treasured historical sites."
China's deflation strikes. Is it not far away to have enough to eat? Is there no remedy for unemployment in China, and does the party media article reveal the mystery? Has the party media brainwashed and overturned the car, leaving young people angry at the CCP's door? Unemployment among young people in China has Xi Jinping in front of the police, asking, "Why did China become like this?" Young people in China's social environment are under a lot of pressure, and they generally feel hopeless about the future. On July 26, a video from Mirror Weekly went viral. In the video, it was suspected that a young man wearing glasses had a nervous breakdown in front of several police officers at an identity check office in a public place, showing extreme pain and despair. He yelled at Xi Jinping, "Why did you make China like this?" The man also knocked on the inspection table frantically, crying to the police, "Can you arrest me quickly? I'm about to die." The young man cried desperately, "Otherwise, if I don't do this today, I will regret jumping off the building someday." The man turned around and picked up a plastic stool, hitting his head hard, causing the onlookers to scream. At present, China's social environment is deteriorating, and young people are facing tremendous pressure in education, work, employment, and childbearing. The unemployment rate of young people has repeatedly set records. According to an estimate by an associate professor at Peking University, the unemployment rate of youth may be as high as 46.5%, leading to a sense of despair and disillusionment about the future. The current buzzwords such as lying flat, putting down, and four unworthy youths are enough to illustrate the despair of young people regarding the Chinese authorities and social reality. Four unworthy youths means that young people do not fall in love, do not get married, do not buy a house, and do not have children. According to an official survey in Guangzhou, the number of four unworthy youths has accounted for nearly 10% of the total population of the same age. Some people even extended the result of the four unworthy youths to call them peerless beauty. On July 27, a woman in a video on the National Renaissance Network said that this was the most tragic and decisive revolution and resistance in human history. She claimed to be a peerless beauty who had no mortgage, no car loan, and no next generation. Since she followed the concept of four things are empty, meaning not working, not buying a house, not getting married, and not having children, and since the exploiting class cannot be eliminated, she decided to self-destruct and perish together with the exploiting class by cutting off children and grandchildren. I never expected that the Chinese nation, which has gone through disasters for thousands of years and has not been wiped out by any external force, would be completely destroyed in my own hands, said the woman. She described this generation of Chinese youth as the most staunch, bravest, let it go. Since the powerful combination of power, capital, and technology is no longer invincible, she declared, I will stop revolutionizing and resisting, and I will self-destruct together with my descendants. What can you do with me?